just try your best. Okay, it's already competition. Yes, you don't know that. Tomorrow. Okay, so you know that in the WeChat group, your parents should be in the group, and you can ask your parents about that about that competition. And you know, if you got the first place, you get a Kindle. You can get a Kindle, and as for the second place, third place, you can get the Lego, the two. It's really cool, guys. So just the competition will be in 7 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you get the time for that competition, and that the competition will not be that hard. Just the questions we talk about these 3 lessons.
Wait, what competition?
The math skills competition, and the questions will be about what we learned these 3 days. Okay, guys, I think it's time to get started now. And about the competition, maybe after the session, you can ask me more information about that. Okay, so the first thing is about puzzles. And guys, this is addition puzzle. And the method you solve such kind of question is that you're gonna start with the last digit. You always start with the last digit or the highest digit. And for this one, you definitely go to the last digit. Okay, question, guys. You see that 7 plus C plus B is still C. What does that mean? Let me write down this for you. Yes, Harry.
It means that 7 add B equals 10. That meaning B equals 3.
Very good. Because you see, C plus something is still C. That means it must be 0. But 7 add a positive number cannot be 0. Then that must be 10. So we know that B equals to 3. So you can replace B by 3. And also this B is 3. Now we go to the second column, guys. So if you do the first column, the ones digit, 7 plus 3, it gives you 10, right? Means you need to carry over 1 to the 10th place. Okay, then what do you have? If you focus on the 10th place, C plus 7 plus 3, and then plus 1, right? Equals to, it cannot be 3. It must be, what number, guys? It's 13.
Yeah. Right? It must be, yeah.
Yeah, it must be 13. And then C, you can get C. 13, take away 7 plus 3, which is 10, and plus 1 is 11. So 13 minus 11, right? You got C equals to 2. Now, this one is 2, this one is 2, and this one is 2. Okay, guys.
A4.
What is A? Is that A5? Is that A5? No, it's not.
It's 4.
It's not 9 minus 4, because for these addition puzzles, always remember you have to consider the carryover. So for the 10th place, 2 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1 is 13. So you need to carry over 1 to the 100th place. And that means A plus 4 plus 1, basically plus 5 equals to 9. Then A equals to 9 minus 5. So you get a 4. Okay. And the final question is asking you about what is A plus B plus C. So we know that C is 2, A is 4, and B is 3. So the answer will be 3 plus 2 plus 4, you get a 9. That's it. Okay, guys, are we all good about this one? If you want to type your answer to me, just type it about one time, okay? No spam, that's right. And then let's go to the next question. Guys, if you got a question for me, just unmute yourself and tell me your question, okay? So for this one, it's a multiplication puzzle. And also you need to consider the carryover every time. So each letter represents different digits. Find the value of the 5, yes, Cindy, of the 5 digits number.
How'd you get 13?
Ah, okay, let's see. How can I guess 13, right? You mean this number over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that this is C plus 7 plus 3 and plus 1. You got a 3, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have how many different options? It could be either 3 or 13 or 23, am I right?
Yeah.
But can it be 3? Is that possible?
No.
No. Could it be 23?
No.
No. So you have only one choice. That's right. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you see, if you do 23 minus 7 minus 3 minus 1, that's going to be 12. C is a single digit number. It cannot be 12. That's why it equals to 13. That's it. Okay, guys, let's move on to this one. And as for this question, you see a number times by 3 equals to this one. So just remember, guys, question. I just tell you, when you solve such kind of question, you're going to start with which digit? Can we start with this one, this place?
No.
No. We're going to start with the last or the unit digit, right? Okay. So let's start with ones digit. So E times 3 gives you 2. E equals to what number? E is 4. That's
4.
right. Only 4 times by 3 gives you 12, and that is 2. And now you need to carry over 1 to the 10th place. And what you know is that this will be 4 as well, because it's E. Question, what number plus 1 gives you 4?
3.
3, that's right. So what number times by 3 gives you 3?
1.
1. Very good. Then D equals to 1. And at the same time, this D will be determined. And now you get a 1, and you will see that we don't carry over any number to the hundreds place. Then C times by 3 gives you 1, then C must be 7. 7 times by 3 gives you 21, and you add 2 to this place. And then this C will be 7 as well. And now we need to continue this process. What number plus 2 gives you 7? That's going to be 5, right? It's going to be 5. And let's see, what number times by 3 gives you something 5? B is 5, that's right. It must be 5 as well. 5 times by 3 gives you 15, plus 2, you got a 17. So that means you need to carry over 1 to this place, to the next digit. And then we know that B is 5, then this will be 5. Okay, so what number you need to keep asking you questions. What number plus 1 gives us 5? That will be 4. And then what number times
4.
by 3, the last digit will be 4. That'll be 8, right? 8 times by 3 gives you 24. And this is 8 here. That's it. And the question is, what is A, B, C, D, E? Then you just list all the numbers in this order: 8, 5, 7, 1, and 4. That's it. Yes, can you tap 1 to me if you understand the question? Are we all good? Okay, sum up to you.
Could you explain it again?
Explain the whole question again.
No, only after I understand how you work out the number for E, D, and C, but when I got up to work out the number for B, I just got confused about it.
Aha, okay.
But
So,
for my answer, I did get 8 something 7142, but on my top number it was
Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Let's see. If you take a look at this column, you got a B, right? It's B times 3, right? Adding this 2. And this 2 is carried over from 7 times by 3, which is 21. Are we good? 3 times by B plus this carry over 2 gives you something 7. Am I right? And then you want to work out what is B. So let's do this step by step. B times by 3 plus 2, then you need to take away that 2. So something 7, we don't know is that 27 or 17. We got no idea about that. But if you take away that 2 from something 7, that'll be changed into something 5. And now you know what is B, because only 5 times by 3 gives you 15, and the last digit will be 5. If you try any other numbers, that cannot be 5. So that's why B equals to 5. Does it make sense to you?
Yes, but how do you work out A?
How can I work out A? You see, since we determined 5, B is 5, then this will be 5 as well, right? So let's continue this. A times by 3 plus this number 1, you carry it over from the last digit, right? The previous digit. So you plus 1, and you got something 5. Am I right? And then what you do is that A times by 3 equals to something 4. If you take a look at this, what number times by 3 gives you something 4? How many choices do you have?
1.
1? You have only one choice, right? So what's going to be that number?
24. 24.
Yeah, 24. That's right. So what number times by 3 gives you 24?
8.
8. Then that's why A equals to 8.
8 is my lucky number.
Good. Is that okay for all of you about this question?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Very good. Thank you.
Indeed.
Okay, next question. This is a practice question for you. I'm going to give you 20 seconds because tomorrow you're going to take the fast calculation competition, right? So you have only 20 seconds for this one. Can you tell me what is this number over here? When you finish it, what is this number? You just type this number to me. I got a 6. It's now 6. Zero. It's now 0, guys. And also it's not 9. I'm asking you about this place. Yes, Kiki, you are right. And also I got CHELE. What's that name? That you are correct. And also Eric, that's good. Daniel, good. Okay, I guess all of you now you got a correct answer. That will be 4 of this place. Let's see, why is that 4? Guys, can you tell me again? We're gonna start with which digit? Last or someplace in the middle? Yeah, last digit. That's right. Definitely correct. So question, 7 times what number gives you something 3? You have only
9.
one choice, that'll be 9. 7 times by 9 gives you 63. And I got one thing. I suggest you to write down that 6 you need to carry over to the second place, because that way you're more likely to make less mistakes. And then you'll see that for this number, we got no idea, but we can go to the highest digit. And that will be you have to do some estimate. What number times by 9 gives you 20 something? Gonna be 3. Yeah, let's try this number 3. 3 times by 9 equals to, yes, Olivia?
Nothing.
27.
Accidentally pressed.
Equals to 27, but you got 29. What does that mean? It means you need to carry over
Plus
2
2.
to this place. All right, go. Okay, guys. Now let's move on to this place. What number times by 9? It's gonna be, let's say this one is A. A times by 9 plus 6 equals to 20 something. A equals, is that possible? A equals to 3, guys.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's have a try.
No.
3 times by
No.
9 gives you 27
No.
plus 6.
No.
Is that 20 something? It's gonna be 33.
It's
But
2.
it's a nice try.
No.
And you see that A must be smaller than 3. So
What's
how about
2?
2? Let's have a try with number 2. 2 times by 9 gives us 19. I mean 18, right? And plus 6. And now this time you will find 18 plus 6 gives us 24. And now it's going to meet the requirements here. We got a 2. We carry over this 2 to the hundreds place. So we found A, which is 2, and this one is 2. Once you know the 2 multipliers, you can get the number at this place. So that will be 2 times by 9 equals to 24. Equals to 18, and plus 4 equals 24. Then this will be 4 over here. You guys are all good? Any questions do you have?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay, perfect. And then we do have one more practice over here. And this time you got a 2-digit number times a 2-digit number. It's gonna be get a little bit complicated, but it's okay. And for this one, what I want you to type to me is that, can you tell me what's gonna be that 2 multipliers? So what number times by what number 3? You have 30 seconds to solve that. $30 seconds to 1 minute. What number times by what number? Yes, Kiki, that's right. Okay, I think most of you have already found the first number, which is 67. And what's going to be the next multiplier you got? What 3? What 3? Yes, that's 83. Very good. Okay, let's see how to solve this one. We know that when you do this kind of a multiplication of 2-digit number times a 2-digit number, 3 times this number equals to this one, right? And now you have to see 3 times by what number gives you a 1?
7.
7, that's right. So that'll be 7. 7 times by 3 gives you 21. So you have to add 2 to the 10th place. And then you will find that what number times by 3 plus 2? You get a 0. That means this number times by 3, the last digit, you get an 8. And you'll find it's going to be 6. 6 times by 3 gives you 18. And it plus 2, you got 20. So you find the first number will be 67. And then you just go to the second place. And I think it's pretty easy to find that because you got a 6 over here, right? You got a 6. And the question is, what number times by 7? The last digit is 6. And you have no other choices. That will be 8.
8.
8 times by 7 gives you 56. So you carry over 5 to the say the hundreds place, and 8 times by 6 gives us 48. 48 plus 5 equals to 53. And then the last step, because the question is asking you what is the product, right? So you got a 1 plus 0, which equals to 1. 0 plus 6 equals to 6. 2 plus 3 equals to 5, and 5.
5,561.
Yep. And then that means the final answer equals to 5,561.
61.
Okay.
Oh,
Now we
yes.
are good for this question.
Yes.
Yep. Any other questions do you have? Nope. Then I will continue. So after that, we finished the puzzles. And now we need to review some knowledge or some conclusion about the magic square. Does anyone know what is a magic square? What does that mean by magic square?
Every side equals the equal number.
Yeah. So basically, you got a 3 by 3 square, and that means you got a 8. You got 9 small boxes, and you're gonna filling out 9 numbers into it. And the thing is that you can have, if you add the numbers in each row,
They will be the same.
they'll be the same. That's right. And how about the columns?
They'll all be 15.
They'll all be 15. And also for the
Same.
diagonals, it's also 15, right?
It's all the same.
Yes. So that's going to be the definition of the magic square. And what does that mean by magic sum? You can guess. What is a magic sum?
15.
All of
It's
the
the sum of each line and diagonal.
Every sum.
Yes. So for this one, the magic sum equals to what number?
15. 15.
That's right.
15.
Very good. So the magic sum equals to 15. And the center number is 5. You see, it's
Yay.
always 5. So center equals to 5. And we do have a really perfect relationship between the magic sum and the center number. Can you guess it? What's that relationship? How can you get 15 from 5?
You times
by
The
3.
mid times the
Five.
number, the
Yes.
middle number times by
You
3.
have to put 3.
Times by
Center
3.
number multiplied by
Middle
3.
number
Okay,
times by
okay. That's enough. Okay, good. That's right. If you get the center number, you just times that by 3, you get a magic sum. In other words, if you get a magic sum, you just divide it by 3, you can get a center number. But why is that correct? We need to prove that. Let's see. We need to prove that. How do we prove that? You see that for this one, if I add this one of the row and this column and the 2 diagonals together, I'm gonna add all the numbers except the center one by 1 time. But for the center number, I will count it by 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Yep. Does it make sense to you?
no.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
4
let's
times.
do this. I will do
I
this
think it's
again.
because if they're counted by 4 times, then
Mhm.
why is it only times by 3 to get the
Mm.
magic sum?
Yeah. Okay, so let me repeat this. Let's do this slowly. If you add these diagonal, you add 1, you're gonna add these 3 numbers, right? And if you add this row, you're gonna add these 3 numbers.
Oh,
And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now, does it make sense?
yes.
You see, every time, if you add that 3 numbers, you get a magic sum. And in total, for this one, you got 4 of magic sums. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yup. Okay, I got 4 of magic sum. And that equals to what? That equals to the sum of all the numbers. Sum of all numbers.
But why do you times by 3?
What do you mean by times by 3?
Because you times it by 3 to get the magic sum. But if it is 4 times the magic sum equals sum of all numbers.
Oh, let me finish this. The reason why I got 4 times magic sum is because if I add one of the diagonal, that will be 1 time over the magic sum. And then I go to 1 row, 2nd time. And then you have another diagonal, 3rd time. And then you add the center column, 4th time. That's why you have 4 times the magic sum. Does it make sense? Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Okay. And that equals to the sum of all the numbers plus, you see, what does it mean by sum of all the numbers? If I add all the 9 numbers each by only 1 time, that will be the sum of all the numbers, right? But I still need to add 1, 2, 3 times of the center. I got 3 extra time of the center. Am I right?
Yep.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's see. You have 3
Yep.
times the center. So far, so good?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I understand now.
Now we can go to the previous page. You will see that this is a This is the magic sum. This is a magic sum. This is a magic sum, right?
Yeah.
And that means the sum of all numbers. Of all the numbers equals to how many times of the magic sum?
3.
3 times.
Three.
Very good. 3
Three.
times.
Wow.
If you choose this one, it's also 3 times, right? So the sum of all the numbers equals to 3 times of a magic sum. And that means you can replace this part by 3 times the magic sum. Let's see. Now you will have 4 times magic sum equals to 3 times the magic sum plus 3 times the center number. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yep.
left one sum here. It's magic sum. And then on the left-hand side, you got 4 times magic sum. And on the right-hand side, you got 3 times of magic sum. So if you take away that 3 from 4, you have only 1 magic sum left, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and that equals to what?
3 magic sum.
3 magic sum. You see?
3
on the left?
centers. 3
Yeah.
center.
3 times the center.
15.
Okay, that's the first relationship you have to know. If you know the magic sum, you know the center. If you know the center, you know the magic sum. Does it make sense? And that's how we get this conclusion. All right. So
Yeah.
if I tell you that the center number is 8, can you tell me the magic sum directly?
24.
24. Very good. 24. And then let's move on to the second relationship you have to know. You see, if I give you this diagonal, and that diagonal must cross the center, right? And the
Yeah.
question is that what's the relationship between the center number and the 2 sides? With the number at the 2 ends. So if you remember that,
You can find the average.
So what you know is that magic sum equals to 3 times the center. So 8 plus this question mark plus 2 equals to the magic sum. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And also, you know that magic sum equals to 3 times center. So that'll be 3 times the question mark. Are we good?
Yes.
Yes. And then you have to use that 3 of the question mark, take away that 1. So you got a 2 of the question mark equals to 10. Guys, tell me what's the question mark? What's the center number here?
5.
5.
Yes, it's gonna be 5. And the conclusion is that if you get the line, 3 numbers, cross the center number, you know 2 numbers, you can get another one, because the center one always equals to the average of the 2 ends. You see, 2 plus 8 divided by 2, you get 5, right? Does it make
Yes.
sense? Okay.
Yeah.
And I can give you a new question. Hope you can solve that one by yourself. If I tell you that this number is 7 and this one is 5, can you tell me what's the number of this corner?
3.
Yes, that's 3. Because that number plus 7 divided by 2 is 5. So that means 5 times by 2 is 10. And you minus 7, that will be 3.
3.
All right, that's it. Guys, any questions about this whole page?
Nope.
Nope.
No. All perfect.
Okay, very good. Just remember the magic sum equals to 3 of the center. If you know one of the 3 numbers across the center. If you know 2 numbers, you can get another one. That's it. And after that, I need to introduce you 3 models. These 3 models going to be really useful and helpful when you solve such kind of question. The first one is called L model. Do you know why it's called L model? Because it looks like L model. The second one is T model. Last one is V model. Okay, so you'll see that A plus B plus this little star is the magic sum. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. And also, you want to get a question mark. You will see that C plus question mark plus star is also the magic sum. In other words, let's see. A plus B plus the star equals to C plus the question mark plus the star. And you're going to eliminate the star on both sides. And that means A plus B equals to C plus the question mark, and then question mark will be got from A plus B take away C. Does it make sense? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you use the same method, can you tell me what's in the T model? Can you get the question mark directly? Can you tell me that equals to what?
A plus B minus C.
Is that A plus B minus C? Yes.
Yeah.
It's A plus B take away C as well. And actually the last one is not that obvious. Sometimes you get a V model, but it's not that obvious because in the real question, it won't give you a question mark like this. It just leave it a blank. So you have to find that by yourself. So for this one, what is the question mark? Yes.
A plus B minus C. The
Yes.
exact same as L and T.
Exactly the same. A plus B minus C. Because A plus B plus the star equals to C plus the question mark plus the star. And that means A plus B equals to C plus the question mark. Then the question mark is the sum of A, B, and minus C. Okay, are you ready to solve some questions using these 3 different models?
I think.
Yes.
Yes, let's do that. What is A, B, C? Type your answer if you finish all that 3.
Will,
Yep.
can you go on the other slide? I wanted to take a screenshot.
Okay, of course. Is that 5 seconds enough for you? You're gonna take a screenshot of this page or the previous page?
On this page.
Okay.
Thank you.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the questions.
Good night.
What is ABC you got? Be careful when you do calculation. Okay, I got some really good answers. Last 10 seconds. Okay, time is up. So now I will give you the answer. A equals to 2, B equals to 7, and C equals to 12.
Yay.
Let's see. Let's see. If you want to get A, you need to know that A plus 18 equals to 6 plus 14, right? And that is the L model. And we know that 6 plus 14 is 20. Then what number plus 18 gives you 20? That will be 2.
2.
And also the second one is T model. That means the sum of these two numbers equals to the sum of these two numbers, right? So 13 plus 2, you got 15. And the question is B, what number plus 8? You got 15. That'll
B
be
equals
7.
7.
Yep. And the last one is a V model. This is a V that you have, right? So in the V model, 6 plus C equals to 11 plus 7. And that 11 plus 7 gives us
12.
18. And what number plus 6 gives you 18?
12.
That will be
12.
12. That will be 12. That's right.
12.
Okay, guys, that's the magic square. And now you have these two practice questions. The first one, what is A? So can anyone tell me how to get a center number? Can you tell me what's the center number directly? Do you still remember that
11.
relationship?
10
Yes.
plus
It's
12
12 plus
divided by
10
10.
by 2.
10 plus 12 divided by 2.
Everyone
That's
knows
right.
11.
22 divided by 2, you
Clearly
get
11.
11. And then to get A, what kind of model can we use?
We can use 23.
No.
I mean the
L.
like the T.
L model? It's
V,
a L model?
Not L.
V.
Not L.
Yes, it's a V model. It's a
Oh.
V model. You see,
Oh,
4
yeah.
plus 1 equals to 11 plus A. That means 11 plus A equals to 13. And A is 2. A is 2. That's it. You see, if
And
you
then
learn that techniques, you can solve such kind of question really fast.
Really.
Well,
Yep.
how did you get 10 plus 2 and A equals to 11?
Oh, do you mean, are you asking about why do I get the center one by 10 plus 12 and then divided by 2?
Yeah, but 10 plus 2 divided by, oh yeah, true.
Okay, actually, we just talked about this on this page. You see, whenever you got 3 numbers in the same row or column or diagonal, but it must cross the center. If that 3 numbers don't cross the center, you cannot use this. You see, for this one, you want to get a center, that will be 8 plus 2 and divided by 2. The reason why is that because 8 plus the center plus 2 equals to the magic sum. And we know that the magic sum equals to 3 times the center. And you just take away that 1 center on the left from that 3 centers. So you got 2 centers equals to the sum of the 2 ends. That means the center one is the average of another 2 ends. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. So that's why we got a center one directly. That will be 11. And once you get a center one, you can use the V model, one of the model to solve that. But actually, guys, if you don't remember the V model, can you solve the question? If we don't use that models, of course we can solve the question.
You can use
Because guys,
Can use
you still
1
remember
plus
that
11.
if you get a
You can use
center,
the T method.
you can get the magic sum directly, right? The magic sum equals to the center times by 3.
33.
That will be 33.
You could do 1 plus 11.
Yep.
And then take away 33.
11
That's
equals 33. Take away
So
10
33
plus
minus
12.
12, what do we get?
21.
21. And then you go to the last row.
And
It must be
21.
33
So
as
that would be
well.
2.
2.
23 negative 31 equals
Two.
Yes, that's right. 33 take away 10, take away 21. Basically, you minus 31, so you get a 2. You see, it's 2 as well. But if you use the V model, that will be faster. Okay.
Okay.
I guess this will be the last question of the magic square, and we do have one more topic to talk about. So for this one, what kind of model are you going to use first?
T model.
L.
V.
V.
L. L. Ish L.
Yeah, that's right. You need to use the L model first.
L.
If you use the L model, then what's going to be the number in this corner?
26. 26.
Yes, it can be 26. And now you see, you got a 26, you got a number 2. Can we get a center number?
Yes, so 26 add 2 divided by 2 is
14.
Very good.
Correct.
And then you just go to this row. Is that 14 times by 2 and take away 25, guys? Is that correct?
No, you times by 3.
No.
Times by 3.
Nope.
How do you get 26?
Guys, do you still remember that 14 equals to the average of these two numbers, right?
Correct.
How do you get
It's A3.
Because
Oh, wait, yeah.
that's
That's how it, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
5.
It's 3.
yes, guys, that's right.
How do you
Because
get
if
26?
you do 24, let's see, guys. If you do 25 plus A and then divided by 2, you know that equals to center, which is 14, right? So you want to get A, that means A must be 14 times by 2 first. So 25 plus A equals to 14 times by 2. And then you want to get A, you have to take away 25 from that.
3.
So A equals to 14 times by 2 and minus 25. And that's why you got 3. Make sense?
How do you get
Yes.
26?
How do
How can I get 26?
use the V model?
26
is using the L model though.
because you use the L model. You see, this is L model, right? 25 plus 2 plus the star here. We got so actually, you don't really need to know that specific number at this place. Let's just call that a star, and that equals to 1 plus the number you want plus the star, right? And then the 2 stars will be canceled out. So 27 equals to 1 plus 1 number. That's why you got 26.
How do you use the V model?
And yes, Zhixuan said it's the product. You're right. So guys, sometimes you will get a question which is about product. And that means for this page, we need to solve the question again. And if we are doing the product, what should you do?
You've got to times.
You need to times them, right?
Multiply. That's
Multiply. Yes, you need to times them together. Then what should you do?
You can still do the L model.
maybe you can
Should
do the L.
model?
You can still do 25 times 2.
Yes,
Like 10
so
times-
then that means this corner equals to what number?
50.
It's a 50.
15. I mean 50.
Yes. And one more thing you need to know is that in the product ones, you need to times that. The center number equals to, the center number, if you square that, that equals to the product of the two ends.
That would be 100.
10.
10.
Yeah, that would be 10.
10.
That means the center, let's see, the center, just remember this. Today, we don't have time to prove that, but just remember that the center number, you square it, it equals to the product of the two ends. So in this one will be 2 times by 50, and you get 100. And what number you square that, you get 100, that'll be 10.
That would be, yeah.
Okay. And for this one, what is that magic product? The numbers, if you times that of each column, that'll be 2 times by 50 times by 10, right?
1,000.
1,000.
Yes, it's gonna be 1,000. Then can you tell me what is A?
4.
4.
4.
That's right. 1000 divided by 10 first. You can get number 4. I mean 100. And then you divide by 25. You got a 4. And of course, can you explain this again? Okay, guys. For this one, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different because the question is not about the sum. It's not add all the numbers. It's times all the numbers. And the conclusion will be different. You know that when you do sum, the center number is the average, means you add the two and then divide by 2. But when you do multiplication, then that means the center number, if you square that, that equals to the product of the two ends. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. So for this one, the center is 10. And of course, you can check that if you go to this row, A must be 4 because 10 squared is 100 and 25 times by 4 is 100.
But how do you get 1,000?
1,000
2 times
equals
10
to
times
2 times by
2
10
times
by
50 times 10 equals
Because that's
200.
the magic, you know, in the magic, if you do addition, we call that magic sum. And for this one, we call that magic product.
Or
Because
100
it's times
times
them,
by
okay.
10.
So
Or 100
just,
times by 10.
sorry, what's your question?
Or 100 times by 10.
Yeah, that's right. You got 1,000. Okay, guys, now the answer of the question will be for A equals to 4. Okay, A equals to 4. Guys, last topic today, and I don't think actually this topic will be the most easy one for you today. Because all of you know that how can we get a number which is divisible by 2 or 5, right? If a number is divisible by 2, the last digit must be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even numbers. And if a number is divisible by 5, you have only 2 choices. The last digit must be 0 or 5. I think all of you know that. But
Yes.
you guys know that if a number is divisible by 4 or 25, what's that rule? What's the
You
divisibility?
look at the last 2 digits.
Yes,
Yes.
you look at the last 2 digits. And actually, I want to show you why you need to look at the last 2 digits. Let's take this number as an example. You can split this one into 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, right? Plus 56. And I would like to tell you this number must be divisible by 4. Do you know why?
Because it's a multiple of 100.
Yes, it equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 times by 100. And we all know that 100 must be divisible by 4, right? So that means this whole number is divisible by 4. So you don't really need to consider the number except the last 2 digits, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, it must be divisible by 4. So you just focus on the last 2 digits. Guys, tell me, is that 56 divisible by 4?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
14 times 4.
14.
So that means this number is divisible by 4.
Yeah.
And also that can be worked for 25. Because let's see, can you tell me, is this number divisible by 25?
No.
No,
No.
it's not divisible by 25 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, this number is divisible by 25, but
56 is not divisible.
So this one
Only
is
75. Only
divisible by
75
25. Yep.
or 75 or 50.
Yeah, that's right. So if
25,
you want to get a
50,
number
or
which is
25.
divisible by 25, the last 2 digits must be 0, 0, or 25, or
or
50,
50,
or
Or
75.
75.
Only 4 different options you have if you want to get a number which
Yeah.
is divisible by 25. Okay, guys, can I move on?
Yes.
Okay, and now,
Yeah.
as for the previous page, that is about the last digits.
Will,
Yep.
can you put it on the previous page? I want to take a screenshot again.
Okay, okay. Done?
Yes, done.
Okay, let's continue. And then as for 3 and 9, that will be different. You need to add all the digits together and see is that divisible. So as for a number which is divisible by 3, you just add all the digits. And if the sum is divisible by 3, then that is divisible by 3. How about 9, guys?
Will 9 be the same?
Yes, exactly the same. So let's do one more practice. 7, 6, 8, 8, 7, guys, tell me, is that divisible by 9?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you add all the digits together, what do you get?
36.
36.
Yes,
36 divided by
36 divided
add
by
all the digits. And 36 is divisible
36.
by 9. This one
divisible.
is divisible by 9. Okay,
Also
another
by
question for
3.
you. Let's take a look at another question. Now, this time, can you tell me? I just tell you this one is not divisible by 9, but the question is, at least you need to add what number to it? Then it is divisible by 9.
Oh, I think I know how to do.
You have to add 1.
Add 1? If I
Add 2.
add 2,
Add 2. I understand why. I understand why.
can you add all the digits together and tell me what you get?
34. 34.
34.
Okay, 34.
34.
Is that
Add
34?
Mine.
And we know that 34 is not divisible by 9, right?
Yeah.
But I want to add something, but I want to add a number as small as possible to make it the number divisible by 9.
The number only 2.
2.
2.
Yes.
Which makes
we'll just add 2
36.
to it. So the next
2.1.
number, a little bit larger than this, will be 79893. This one is divisible by 9.
And 3.
Makes sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, one more question for you.
I'm laughing.
If I want to take away a number from this one to get a multiple of 9, at least I need to take away what number?
7.
7.
7.
Yvonne.
Minus
So it would be
7.
28.
Are you not gonna? Because I'm not gay like you.
27.
Okay, very good. And now we do have 2 more questions. You got yourself muted, so I cannot hear you clearly. So let's see this one. What is the smallest number that must be
that was
added to this one to make it divisible by 4?
3.
3.
Yes, that's 3. You just focus on the last 2 digits, right? 57 is not divisible by 4.
Right here, smoother. Okay.
And the next number, which is divisible by 4, will be 60.
Okay.
If 60 divided by 4, you get 15. So you need to add 3 to it.
Okay, whatever to the nearest.
What is the smallest number that must be taken away from this number to make it divisible by 25?
16. Is it 16?
Yes,
I
16.
think it's
You need
16.
to take away that. You want to get a 75. So you just use 91 minus 75, you get the answer, which is 16. Okay. So last question today. You got this number, which is divisible by both 3 and 4. You need to find K. How do we solve this question, guys?
You can look at the first second digits and you can think of what
You
this.
add 5, 2, and 7 first.
Yes,
add 5, 2, and
actually,
7,
guys,
and then
you need to
what-
meet the both requirements. The
Yeah.
first one, as for number 3, you need to add all the digits together. So that will be 5 plus 2 plus 7. You got 14
14.
14.
plus 2 times by K. And you want to get make it divisible by 3, right? So the next number, which is
18.
divisible by 3, will be 15.
18.
But if you do
18.
15, it's
There's
not possible
18.
because K cannot be
So then
0.5.
18.
10 equals
You could do
K
18, right? And also
K
the
equals
next
either
number, which is
K
what number?
2.
21.
21. And we're not sure which one is correct. And then what's next?
Will?
24, right? Yeah.
K.
Has to be divisible.
Why
24.
is it 18?
Can be 18 or
Well,
24.
hasn't it got to be 18 because there's like
there's a difference of 4, so then there's got to be
A
Okay.
equals 2 or 5.
Yeah, k equals to 2 or 5.
Will?
But you don't know which one is correct. And
I think it's 2.
okay, if you choose 18,
sure it's
that gives you k equals to what number, guys?
2.
2.
2,
And if we do 24, that
5.
gives you k equals to a number.
5.
5.
And of course, the next number will be 27, but you don't really need to try that because 27 take away 14, you got an odd number. Odd number divided by 2, it's not a whole number, so you just move on to the next one, which is 30. Can we do 30?
No.
8.
K equals to what? If this one equals to 30,
8.
8.
8. And then let's try one more. Every time you see, just add 6. That's the pattern here. And then the next one you're gonna try will be 36.
36.
36
So
minus
that's
14, you got 22
11.
and 11.
Can't do
You
that.
cannot use
K
that.
always adds by 3 each time. Okay, always adds by 3 each time.
Yes, that's right. That's the pattern. But you don't use 11 because K, the range for K is from 0 to 9.
Wait, Will,
Yeah?
you said it has to be add 6 each time, but what about 3?
What about what?
3.
3? Oh, what I mean is that as for the result, when you add that, you want to get a multiple of 3, and you will see that for 21, 27, and also for 33, if you use that, you cannot get a whole number for K as a result. So that's why I tell you, you just choose plus 6. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Mhm. So you will find for K, you have 1, 2, 3 options. And now you need to focus on 4, because this
You can
number
see if
is
it's
also
72
divisible
and
by
71.
4. If K equals to 2, you got 72, and then you got 75, and then you got 78. Guys, tell me which one is divisible by 4?
72.
72.
Yes, only this one is divisible by 4. So that's the only
Yes,
correct
sir.
answer. K equals to 2.
Yes, sir.
Are we good? Are we all good today? That's the final question.
Yeah.
Let's do some conclusion. What do you learn today,
Yeah.
guys? What did you learn? The first topic is about
well,
what?
I learned the magic square.
Yes, you learn the magic square, and also you learn the puzzles,
Most beautiful thing in my life.
and also the last thing you learned
And
will
I
be
learned- and I know
about
how to
The last thing we learned was
I
about
learned
the
divisibility rules.
easy divisible
Divisibility rules.
Okay, Bo Xuan, what's your
Find the
question? Bo Xuan?
magic. Find the magic square. Find the magic number.
square. Well,
Yes,
I'm a bit stuck on finding the V model actually.
How
how
much
can I find the V
questions?
model?
Yeah.
Good question. V model is not that obvious to find, but I can give you some questions. As for the V model, you see, if you want to get a V, it must cross the center, right? You see, sometimes as for the L model, you don't cross the center, but for V model and T model, you must cross the center. And let's see, if I give you 7, 3, and 4, that's going to be the V model, right?
Yeah. Yeah, V model.
B
Yes.
model and L model.
Yeah.
Can you use L model to solve that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You cannot use L model, guys, for this one.
You need one more digits.
Mhm.
I learned the most beautiful thing in my life, math.
Okay, the magic square. So actually, magic square, we only talk about the 3 by 3, right? In the future, you can have the like 4 by 4. That's gonna be
5
more
by
complicated.
5.
But in the 4 by 4 magic square, you can also use
There
the
is
T
no
model, L model, or the V model. Okay. Can I has the lesson ended? Yes, it's already ended. Is it 7 p.m. when the competition starts tomorrow?
Okay.
Yes, tomorrow it will start in 7 p.m.
Is there a lesson
What
tomorrow?
time is that American?
Yeah, for the V model.
I have to check it, Bo Xuan. Just give me a second.
Bye bye.
Bye bye
Bye.
from
Bye.
London to.
Bye.
So
Thank you.
Boxuan, can you type that for me? Are you in New York or San Francisco? Because the time
No.
is different.
Bye.
No, I'm in Spain.
Are you in Spain?
Yeah.
Okay. The time I mean
Bye.
is the UK time.
See you soon.
Oh, the UK time.
Yes, the UK time.
So can you tell me what time would that be in Spain?
I think it's just 1 hour different. Just a second.
I think it's plus 1 hour.
Okay.
I think it's plus
Bye
1 hour.
then.
Okay. So as for Spain, that will be 8 p.m. Just 1 hour.
Okay, so is that up right after class?
Tomorrow we don't have a class. Today will be
Okay.
the last class day.
Okay.
And what time is the competition? I'm in Italy. Okay, let me check Italy time. Italy time. Okay, the time for Italy and Spain will be the same. The tomorrow 8 p.m. if you are in Spain or Italy, but in UK it's 7 p.m. tomorrow night. All right. Any other questions do you have?
Will,
Yep.
I don't get the V model. How
Will,
you do it?
How can I get a V model?
Yeah, like what I asked is like the V model.
Okay, so for the V model, actually,
Will.
okay, I have to answer the question one by one. So let's finish the V model first. So when you want to use the V model or the T model or the say L model, you can just find some numbers. Let's say for this one, you got two numbers, right? So you can draw a line here. And if you want to have some relationship between this line and number 4, you can either have this diagonal or this row, but you'll find in this row, if you choose this row, you cannot use the L model. Because as for the L model, going to be the sum of these two numbers. And then you'll find, oh, it's a V model. The thing is that you have to try it.
Yeah, but I don't get like how to like use the V model.
Oh, so as for, let's see, as for this example, you can use the V model because if this one is a star, 7 plus 3 plus the star equals to the 4, add the center number plus the star, am I right?
Yes.
And if you want to get a center, that means 7 plus 3 equals to 4 plus the center. And you can get a center directly, that equals to 6. Because 7 plus 3 is 10. And then you're going to see what number plus 4, you get a 10, that will be 6.
6, but why is it 7 plus 3, not 7 plus 3 plus star?
Oh, you could do 7 plus 3 plus star, of course, you could do that. And that equals to 4 plus this blank plus star, am I right?
Oh, so the star cancels out.
Yes, does cancels out. So
Oh,
that's why
thank
I only
you.
do this legacy. All right. Any other questions, guys?
Will,
Mm-hmm.
you know how you said there was a 4x4 magic square?
Oh, as for the 4x4 magic square, you cannot use like
There
the
will be
center
no
number.
center number though. There will be no center number because
There's no
it will
center
be
number, you're right. So that's why in the 4x4 magic square, the V model, T model, and L model will be more useful because you don't have such kind of conclusion in the 3x3 ones. You cannot use like the two ends add together and you get an average because you don't get a center number.
okay.
I can
Thank
give you
you.
one more example here, you know, the 4x4 ones. So as for the 4x4, it's going to give you more information. And in the 4x4, you can get this V model. Let's see if I give you this 2, 3, and 4, 1, 5. How about that? That's going to be a V model because you're going to find this number over here.
Okay. So would it be like 415 equals to 10? Then 3 plus 2 is 5. So that number will be 5 then.
Yeah, but I just made up the question for you. You know, in the magic square, you cannot repeat numbers, so it's not a good example. Maybe I can change this one into number 8. But if I change that into number 8, you see that this one will be a negative number, but that's fine. Sometimes in the magic square, you do have some negative numbers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Which
Bye.
is bye,
Bye.
C.
Bye.
So hope you can attend the competition
Well,
tomorrow. Yeah.
So, you know how there's multiple answers? Like, do we get the mark for any of the answers that's there?
Can you
No,
repeat
for
question
the
again?
last page.
Last page. Yeah.
Yeah. Like all the K answers, could any of them be right?
Only 2 is correct.
But why specifically that?
Are you asking about why is that 5 and 8 doesn't work?
Oh, is it because the rest wouldn't be multiple of 4 as well?
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
If you choose 5, it is divisible by 3, but it's not divisible by 4. And also this one is not divisible by 4. That's why you have a plus here. Yep.
well,
Yep.
wait a sec.
Okay.
How long is the test?
The test is like 50 minutes.
It just that tomorrow I've got class at 8.
Oh, you got a class?
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask my mom if I'm gonna do the test or not.
But so if you got a class, then maybe you cannot take the test, but I will give you the link. If you are interested about the questions, you can solve that questions after the test.
Oh yeah, so Bokshan is my brother,
Mm-hmm.
and we have and I can hear echoes.
Yeah, it's echo.
Yeah, so
All right. I think that's it for today's lesson.
Why is it 2 instead of 5?
Why is that what? You asking about why is that 2 instead of 5? Because if k equals to 5, it is not divisible by 4. That's why.